Hello there, welcome to my channel. How amazing that you are watching this video. My name is Irene and today I am building a modern beach house in an Hawaiian style, or actually what I had in mind with an Hawaiian style, because I've never went to Hawaii. I did went on my last big holiday to La Palma though. Hawaii is literally at the other side of the world from where I am now, but La Palma is way closer. It's a 4 or 5 hour flight from Holland, from Amsterdam, and it's at the west of the African coast, just 200 kilometers into the ocean. And it's also, as Hawaii is a volcano island with a lot of plants, a very green island, and they both have big observatories on their mountains. So yeah, maybe they're a little bit alike, I don't know, but I've had a whole thing in my mind because I've seen Hawaii on television, of course. There's a lot of movies that were shot over there and TV shows. The first movie that comes to my mind now is 31st Dates, I think it's called. It's with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler, and it's about Drew Barrymore who has short time memory. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it, but after every day she forgets everything, and every day is just a new day for her because she had an accident and there's something wrong with her memory, and Adam Sandler is her boyfriend, and every morning when she wakes up she don't know who he is and he has to do the whole thing. And yeah, it was an amazing movie, very fun to watch. And I also watched Lost, and Lost is also filmed on Hawaii. I was totally lost in Lost, as you could say, when that show was on TV. I liked it so much. There was so much mystery and strange things happening, and my mind went bonkers about it. And now I'm completely into Game of Thrones. I've mentioned Game of Thrones a lot in my last videos, and I'm watching Game of Thrones with a couple of friends every time when there's a new episode, and after the episode we talk about it and we discuss different theories. And yeah, it was actually the same case when Lost was on TV. Lost is a totally different caliber than Game of Thrones, of course, but it was so much fun to watch. But then the last season game, especially the last episode game, and it spoiled the whole TV show for me. I'm still a little bit mad about it. It was so bad. There were so many questions still, and they didn't make any solutions for anything. And it was just like they've created a whole big problem with all the storylines for the creators. They didn't know how to resolve anything. So they've just did a last episode, and it was so bad. But the whole show, yeah, I can talk about it for a long time, but the whole show was amazing. And it was set on Hawaii. And I remember amazing nature, and yeah, so I've had the whole movie things and TV show things in mind creating this build. And for the rest of it, I've let my creativity run freely with it. And yeah, my last video I did was my medieval castle. No, it wasn't a castle, my medieval church square. I'm sorry, I had to think about it a little bit. And it was so much work, and I've put so many hours into this. And after that, I was really ready for something totally different. So not a fantasy build, not a very big build, but a little bit of a refreshing thing. So I went with a smaller house. It isn't actually a tiny home because there's some space, but it's way smaller and a totally different style, of course. It's a very modern, but the interior is also modern, but I've used a couple of items from the Jungle Adventure pack too, to give it the Hawaiian beach house feel. My initial plan was to create a small pond at the top of the build, at the roof where the dirt is now. I've used the dirt floor tiles on it right now. And yeah, I couldn't figure it out how to create just a shallow pond on the roof. And I actually think it isn't possible in the game. I've searched on Google if anybody else know how to do it. And yeah, I think it isn't possible. Obviously, you can create a whole other story on it. A first floor, as you can say, and build a pool into that and make glass and windows in the pool so you can look straight through it and make an infinity pool. But I already had a pool in this build, as you can see, so I didn't thought it was that good, so I went with it. And actually I still think it looks very good. I also like the stairs that you can see right now at the left of the pool very, very much. They are from the Get to Work pack, and the Get to Work pack I actually just got just a couple of weeks ago. I've got it off the Get Famous, and I don't know how that happened. It was just the last pack I've got, and yeah, I'm a big fan of the items, but I love the items in all the packs, so that's not that difficult. But yeah, I love the items, and especially the stairs and the railings I've used. In previous builds, when I didn't have the pack, I was really looking for railings like this, the very small iron railings, and yeah, I've liked them very, very much. I noticed it a little bit that some of the items weren't that clean and that fine that the items are right now in the Get Famous pack, for example. But I think that's very logical because the pack is from years ago, so yeah. But I still like the items very, very much. I also like the very big windows I've used at the front of the build, and I've kept the whole front of the build open. So yeah, it's not that safe, I think, for burglars and anything. They just can walk in and take your television. But well, I thought it just looked very, very good. And yeah, I was mentioning the windows earlier, as you can see in the front. I really like them. I've used the tallest level height, and they fit perfectly in this build. But I think it's a little bit sad that they made the glass in just this blue tone. When you're inside the house and you're looking at outside the house, they're okay. But from the other side, they're a little bit blue. But still, it looks good in this build, I think. And now I'm really onto the interior of this build. I've already created the benches and the things at the terrace at the front of the house. I've created with different ottomans and this bench some kind of lounge bed outside. And for that reason, and also the reason that I'm just creating this bed in the house with not a separated room, just this wall, I think this house is especially fitting for a single sim or a couple that is very close, or for a couple that is on their honeymoon or something, because there isn't any privacy in this house. The painting I'm just placed above the bed. Oh, I've liked that item so much. It's from the Get Famous pack, and there are so many different colors and different patterns in the paintings, and the colors are so good. And yeah, it's so fitting for so many builds, especially for modern builds, of course, but it's so fitting for this build too, I think. And now I'm onto the kitchen. The kitchen will be light blue with orange. I've used a lot of blue and orange tones for the pillows and the benches and everything in the interior and also on the terrace. And I really like this kitchen island. And I've actually got a question about how to make the round and the curves in kitchens and in kitchen islands. I've got a question on my Instagram for TheSimStream. And it's actually very, very simple, but if you don't know it, here's the solution. When you're placing cabinets, you can obviously change the colors, and then when you're clicking on that menu, there's also a small menu with all the different kinds of variations from that cabinet. And you can make them round, you can put the corners in, you can put the side things in, and it's the same for the cabinets that are more on the wall cabinets. There are so many different types for it, and you can do so much different things with that. So that's how you do it. As you can see, I've placed a very, very big television on this wall. I've actually got the same television in my home too. It's my biggest possession in my home. It's so amazing. It's curved too, and yeah, I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm so happy with that thing. It's so amazing for gaming, and yeah, I'm in love with my television. Over here, I'm trying out outside shower on the upper terrace. I thought it was such a romantic idea to make a outside shower in this build. I thought it was very fitting too, but I thought it just looked strange with the showers we had now in the game. It just looked like it wasn't in the right place over there. If we had just loose, I don't know if that's a good word, but just separated shower heads, I could just place on the ceiling or something, like very big ones with rain showers. Oh, that would be perfect. But we don't have them, so I've removed the shower. So now there's only just a bath in this house. So your Sims will be taking a little bit more time when they're cleaning themselves up. But I think when you're living in Hawaii on a beach, you have to take life a little bit slowly. Over here I am placing a mirror in the bedroom or the bed area. I really like that mirror too. And I also really like the paintings or the stack of paintings I've used. You can't see it right now, but I've used them in the living area against the wall. They're the paintings that are leaning against the wall. Two of them, we've got them in the latest update for the game, and they're just amazing, and I use them a lot in my builds. Over here I'm placing something that I didn't use in my builds before, I think, but I thought it just looked good over here, especially on the wall with the bricks. And this brick pattern, this wall pattern, it's from the Dine Out pack, and yeah, I'm a big fan of it. But as you can hear, I like so many items from The Sims. Yeah. Just a couple of seconds ago, I've placed a lot of lights in the pool, and I will be placing a lot of lights at the exterior of the build and at the upper terrace too. And I think this build looks amazing at night too. I didn't make any screenshots of the night view, but you can obviously download this house on the gallery and put it in your own game, and you can see how it looks at night too. And if you want to download it, my gallery ID or my EA ID or my Origin ID, they're all the same thing. They're all just the TheSimStream, but without blank spaces between them. I've just placed a rug on the floor on the lower terrace. I will place one under the dining table that I'm placing in right now too. I've placed one in the living area in the house too. And yeah, I like this item very much too, especially because there's so many different colors and different patterns, and the whole color thing and the geometric thing. Yeah, I thought it just fitted very good in this build. Also at the upper terrace, as you can see, I've placed a couple of ottomans against each other to create some lounge beds. And yeah, wouldn't that be amazing to just lie there in the sun, get a little bit tanned, and have the views over the Hawaiian Ocean? Oh, that would be amazing. I know it isn't called the Hawaiian Ocean, but you know what I mean. And yeah, here are the screenshots already. If you liked this video, please give it a like. And if you have some questions for me, please let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you will have an amazing day. I know the grammar of the sentence isn't that good. I'm sorry, but I hope to talk to you very, very soon. Goodbye.